This is for freshers who don't have any knowledge on any of the testing, and they want to jump to the QA side to get a job or whatever, or into their career. So we have something like agenda, like class summary, and we want to learn too many things in testing. And basically, first we'll try to learn what is testing, what is the importance, syllabus, and the life project. Say, and this class summary, when I say they include both basic as well as advanced skills and the concept of software testing, and we are going to learn from very basic to advanced again, and it will be like a more like a real-time scenarios. When I say real-time, we'll take a live project and try to implement or test end-to-end the whole product how the real-time IT company does. Okay, and as I said, this also designed for both beginners and little or no testing experience. Anybody can basically take this course. So apart from this testing, right, so we do have a couple of tools that we should know and this must know for a QA engineers. So it's something like a management tool. It's called as a test management tool. So tool name is a TestLink. And also there is a Bugzilla tool. Bugzilla in the sense it's purely a bug tracking tool, the way you track all your bugs. So it's a bug tracking tool. And once you're done with all our courses, then we'll do an end-to-end testing by taking the Orange HRM. So Orange HRM is a project, so it's a free open source project. We'll take up this project and we'll try to incorporate all of the what we learned till now. Everything we'll try to apply on this project, and we'll try to test end-to-end. That means that it covers Bugzilla tools, also covers testing, also it covers strategy. I'll come back to syllabus, so probably understand what we come up with. Yeah. So we know this a typical testing life cycle. So take anything is good, it has its own life cycle. So in the same way, testing has its own life cycle. It's called a software testing life cycle. So here we get requirements to closure activities. So when I say requirements, we get an analysis. So we need to basically do an analysis and do a planning, do a test case development, how to develop a test cases, what is the environment and how do you set up an environment, what is test execution, how you do this, and how do you basically exit your testing. That's called a closure activity. So we get from requirement to till closure. So same way, the same way we're going to see end-to-end testing. End-to-end testing is how it goes, like from requirement to your closure activity. So as I said earlier, we're going to take Orange HRM as our base. So when I say Orange HRM is something like this. So it's kind of a portal, the human resource management project, and you can log in here is admin and admin. It's free, basically. So we're going to implement or test it basically from end to end. So it has a lot of modules. We have something like management, time management, recruitment, performance. So this product is given to you. Then how do you test this? So what are the strategies you apply? What is your plan? What are the test cases? How to write your test cases? What are scenarios? So basically end to end testing we're going to perform on this tool called Orange HRM. Okay. So let us understand from what is the requirement, like how you get a requirement, who will provide the requirements. So to kickstart, right? So first we need a requirement. So without requirement, it's pretty hard to go to the next stage. So when I say requirements, somebody will share something like a management team or a business guy. They share something like this kind of document to everyone. So this document says what they're going to achieve, how the product is going to develop, or how it's going to behave. Each and everything is documented over here. So this document QA or testers need to be very end to end. They should check out all the documents and come up with different scenarios or test cases. So for example, if you look at this screen, just now I tried to log in, right? So the login screen, this is how it looks. So this is how somebody is communicated to us, saying that this is how the logo should appear, the login button, the admin panel, or whatever. So people start looking at this and start writing the test cases. So for that, this document is very important. So it basically describes the whole function of the full product with screenshot, everything. And once we are done with this, we understand the overall product with this document. So we need to come with a test plan. So what is this test plan? What it contains? So this basically it contains about the strategy, the assumption you make, and what kind of testing you're doing. Because you have a lot of testing types like functional, non-functional. So what is your execution criteria, and what kind of test management tool you use, and who are the participants or the testers in your team, and what they do, what's their role, and everything in detail about the execution plan. So everything it contains, and you need to prepare this kind of document. Like let's say strategies, assumptions, what business guys will do, and when they sign off, when you'll get the document, and what you will do with this document, and when you will hand over to this document to the next stage. So each and every step is recorded over here. It's a huge document, so each and every step is recorded over here. So once we know the plan, next to start writing your test cases. So when I say test cases, we need to derive your test cases from your requirement. So when I say requirement, as I told earlier, this is what is required. So let's say there is a requirement to log in. Then how do you derive a test cases? So what is test case? How do you write a test case? So once you're basically done with all your testing strategy, the way, the approach, right? Then you can easily come up with these kind of scenarios or a test case. So say for example, can you look at this, a valid username, enter the actual data in your real-time system, and the user is logged in successfully. So what it says is you just provide a username and password to this portal, you should be able to log in. So I just provide admin, and you are able to log in. So here we need to write lot of test cases, like positive test case, negative test case. Let's say what happens, you try with a wrong username and wrong password, something like this. Junk data. Just try to log in, whether logins or not, or you'll get any kind of error. So this is what is expected, like invalid credentials. So each and every case we need to develop and test against your requirement. Okay, so that we'll record it here, and record it we need to manually write down all your test cases one by one. Can you see this here? Valid user and invalid password. Then what happens? If both are null, what happens? So we have like 100 plus of test case for a given scenario. So you have to come up with this kind of scenarios. So once the scenario is done, so then we'll start executing those scenarios. Let's say execute. So somebody will say that okay, build or something is deployed, and we'll do a lot of smoke testing, sanity testing, explosion testing, functional. So a lot of testing, different types of tests we do at different stages based on our requirement, and everything is tested and recorded. So once this is done, we need to use some tool to track your bugs actually. So when I say track your bugs, probably while executing, you might come up with some scenarios. Let's say this particular scenario is not working for us. If it is not working, then obviously we have to communicate to a different team, right? Saying that, see, there was an issue here and I'm not able to log in because of this. So we need to record each and everything and to communicate properly to the user. So you see this here, this is one simple screenshot. I was trying to log in, but this got all of a sudden a different language. This is English, and all of a sudden I don't understand this language. Something like gem data. So how do you communicate to the different teams? So you take a screenshot of this, you go to the tool called Bugzilla. Yeah, this is a Bugzilla tool. It's a free open source tool, Bugzilla, to track your tickets or to log your tickets, basically. So you should go here, click on new, and start logging all your tickets. Let's attach a screenshot, attach a detailed levels there, so that everyone can understand why, how you figure on your problem. So once this is fixed, and obviously you go to the next phase wherein you start all your testing. Say for example, you are done with the analysis, you're done with the planning, you're doing test case development, and you're basically doing a test execution. So while executing only, you found a lot of bugs in your product, and again we will go back to a developer and they fix the bug, and again the whole life cycle will be keep on going until then you do a closure activity. So when I say closure activities, you should not release a product that has a lot of bugs. So you have to decide what kind of when I'm going to execute the whole product testing. Make sure that all critical bugs are fixed, like 100% coverage you have done. And can you see this pass percentage was 90%? Still, it's good that you achieve 90% and only 2% of bugs are available. And these 2% really are critical, then you can't really release the product. So these kind of analysis only will come up with once you start executing all your test cases. You record it, basically execute everything, and then come up with this kind of reporting. So what is the status report, who executed what, and basically we're going to develop a detailed level, a report that contains test case block, pass, executed, not executed, and what is the bug report, and everything is going to capture over here. So once we are done with this, so basically that's the end of our closure activity. And again it goes like any new requirement is coming up, again somebody will do a planning and somebody will do a development and test case development, environment setup, test execution, and again we'll go back and fall on test, closure activities. So this life cycle will be keep on following up until and we make a release. We make a release.